Hello YouTubers, I'm doing the last part 6 of 6 of my rare PS2 games. And I'll just get right into it here. First game I'm going to show is called Tales of Legendia. It was developed by a different developer that usually doesn't make Tales games. A lot of people didn't like this version as much. I thought it was a pretty good Tales game. Not my favorite, but I thought it was decent overall. This one, it's more uncommon than anything. I think it's actually more rare now than Tales of the Abyss. It used to be the other way around. They reprinted Tales of the Abyss, and this used to be like a $40 game used, and now it's only about $20. But it's worth every bit of $20, and you know it's a good game. Not as rare as it used to be. I did want to show this game. This game in particular is not rare, but that cover is. As you can see, there are two different covers. I know this is the GameCube version, but this cover is usually on the PS2 version too. I've only seen a couple of these covers, and I don't know if they. I have to think they printed less of these covers. So keep an eye out for this cover. I think it's rare. It's not going to be like super collectible, but I think it's just a nice little touch to add to game collections. Next game I'm going to show is called Tom and Jerry War of the Whiskers. It is a Tom and Jerry game. It's not as kid-friendly as you think. It's rated T for teen, so it's not like, you know, an E for everyone game. But it's kind of a platformy action game. I think. I haven't played it in a while. They made it for GameCube. It's not a bad game. Definitely a collector's item, more or less. Next game I'm going to show is called Trapped. I do believe this is part of the Deception series, and Trapped is a game where you set up traps to kill people in creative ways, which is kind of a neat concept. The gameplay isn't great for it. I played Deception 4 for the PS3, which is a different iteration of this, and it's actually not bad. But it's kind of just a neat and different game. Definitely collectible. Tecmo, Namco, Atlas, NIS, even H-Tech are all collectible developers. You'll find that those games hold their value a lot more than most. Next game I'm going to show is called Sugani Atonement, made by Atlas. It's an RPG. I can't remember if it's turn-based or not, but the graphics weren't great on it. I think it's an early title, so maybe that's why. But it's I didn't see many copies of these, and it's kind of a niche RPG. Atlas is always known for low print runs. Next game I'm going to show, I'm not sure how rare it is. I know the first one for PS1 is really rare, and that's Valkyrie Profile 2, Similaria. I had fun playing this game. If you enjoyed the first one, you'll enjoy the second one. There's some different gameplay aspects to it, but for the most part, they kept the battle system the same, at least. I had fun with this game, and I always liked the Valkyrie Profile series, and I think Valkyrie Profile will always stay collectible, and people will always be interested in it, in my opinion. And the next game I'm going to show is called Virtual on Mars. They made Virtual On for the Dreamcast. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is rare. I've actually only seen like 2 or 3 copies of this, and that's it. And I know it's like a kid-friendly mech game, battling type game. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it quite a bit, actually, now that I think about it. So, it's kind of a hidden gem, in my opinion. People know about this game. People know it's rare. So, if you don't, just keep a lookout for it. Next game I'm showing is called War of the Monsters. Even back in the day when PlayStation 2 was relevant, people told me that this was a rare game, and I believe them. I didn't see that many copies. It's a monster fighter. You know, there's the King Kong type, robot, mantis, just your typical like monster movie type monsters battling out with indestructible environments. Kind of cool game. Not real deep or anything, but not a bad game. People tell me this game is rare. I'm not sure. It's a Rockstar game. It's probably the rarest of the Rockstar games. You know, they made Bully, Red Dead Redemption, and more popular Grand Theft Auto. If you know anything about the 70s movie, The Warriors, you'll know what you're getting into. You're a gang, and you have to fight for territory and stuff like that. It plays like a Rockstar game. So if you like Rockstar games and you want a rare game too, this is something to pick up. This next game is called You Sir Roshi II. It's a Koei game. It's a mashup between Samurai Warriors and Dynasty Warriors. It plays exactly like them. It just has both characters from both series, or all the characters from both series. I'm sorry. And I believe this one, they have made 2 of them for the PS2. Warriors of Roshi, Warriors of Roshi 2. This one will become a little more rare down the road. So Koei and Tecmo merged, so Koei will be in the same category for collectible developers. Here's Warship Gunner 2. This is definitely rare. I only found maybe 2 or 3 copies of this ever. And this has always kind of held its value pretty well. It's always been about $20. They made the Warship Gunner 2, which was called Naval Ops Warship Gunner. I guess this is the sequel. They both play about the same. I like Warship Gunner 2 way more than Warship Gunner. I thought it was just better in every way. So I'm not gonna say it was like awesomely fun, but I enjoyed it to some extent, and it's definitely a rare gem to have. Next game I'm going to show is called Way of the Samurai 2. I actually had quite a bit of fun with the Way of the Samurai game. It's made Way of the Samurai 1 for PS2 as well. This is the rare of the 2, and made by Capcom. It's an action game, pretty bloody, but I thought it was cool. And it's not. I don't think it's that expensive anymore, but it's always been, $20 or so. This game, I'm not sure how rare it is, but the Katamari games are kind of niche. This one's sealed, but if you played one Katamari game, you've played them all. And if you don't know anything about Katamari, I'm sorry, but I cannot explain it to you. It's really weird. Next game I'm going to show is called Wild Arms 3. I'm not sure how rare this one is. I really like the Wild Arms games. This game used to be $2 at GameStop, and it's gone up a little bit. I think it's like $10 now. And there are games like that for the PS3 right now that are like $2 to $5 that will go up. And this was a great game, underrated game. I definitely enjoyed Wild Arms 1 through 3 a lot better. Wild Arms 4, a little uncommon. Started using grid-based, turn-based RPG aspects, which I didn't like as much. And then they made Wild Arms 5, which came with the special edition. I did a box set on that. There it is. And then the rarest, and this is definitely a rare game, it's Wild Arms Ultracoda F, which is a remake of the first Wild Arms. And it actually came with a bonus anime DVD. And this is a good version. H-Tech did a good job with this, and I had a hard time finding this game. I sought this out for a while, and I finally found a copy. And then a friend of mine wanted it because he really likes Wild Arms 2, and he drove 50 miles to find this game, and he said it was worth it. So, and it's always held its value. It's actually shot up quite a bit. It used to be $20. Now it's about $50. I did find one at a used game shop, brand new, for $20, and I picked that one up. I thought that was a cool find. This was years ago, though. Next game I'm going to show is called Wizardry, Tale of the Forsaken Land. This is definitely a rare game. I only saw a handful of these, too. I saw less of these than I did Rule of Rose, that's for sure. And this is a first-person dungeon crawler RPG made by Atlas. And I'm not big on first-person dungeon crawlers, but I thought this was the best of them, in my opinion. And it's definitely a rare game. Like I said, I saw less of these than Rule of Rose. Next games I'm going to show. The Xenosaga series is very collectible. Xenosaga 1 and 2 definitely aren't as rare. I think they're more uncommon. They actually sold pretty well, I think. But I will say this is a pretty rare find if you can find it, and it's I'm really proud of this version, and I'm glad I got it when I did. And that's the lenticular version of Xenosaga 3, and it had a special cover. It was a Best Buy exclusive, and you could only get it through Best Buy. I contacted Best Buy and asked them how many they had or sold, and they couldn't give me any information, either because they didn't want to or they didn't have it anymore. but this is kind of weaker of the series. It was not a very good conclusion, and the story's kind of convoluted and hard to follow. But I really like this version. If you can find this holographic lenticular version of the case for Xenosaga 3, I'd pick it up because I think it's pretty rare. I only see maybe one copy up for sale every 6 months. That's how I'm in, and then I can find 20 copies of the regular edition. So, man, I'm really happy I picked this up at a GameStop when I did. I already owned the game. I just saw this, and I was like, man, that's super cool. I could do this all day. But anyway, that's definitely a cool find to have in any collection. Next game I'm going to show is called Yeast, the Arcanapishtum, made by Konami. No art on the side, though. This is a action RPG. Kind of reminded me of the Lunar's game, or Lunar Games. I'm sorry. And it's actually kind of short. I think I beat this within 6 hours, maybe 8, maybe even less. But I enjoyed the game. It's just short, so you're not going to get a lot of value out of this game. But I'm going to say I did not see this game very often. And Yeast started out actually on the TurboGrafx 16, I believe. And it's been all over the place. Yeast 3 came out for Super Nintendo, and they re-released a bunch of them for PSP, but they're all play about the same, and they're anime style action RPGs, same kind of like, maybe more like Zelda and Lunar, like I said. And then the last game I'm going to show, very last game, is called Zone of the Enders: The Second Runner, made by Konami. No screenshot. And this was a great game. This first one was great too. They remade them for PS3, which are the superior versions now, but it's nice to have the originals. Both were produced by Hideo Kojima, the maker and creator of the Metal Gear Solid series. This used to be rare. I'm not sure if they reprinted it or anything because the price has gone down, or maybe it's because they did the remake. But this used to be a highly sought after collectible item, but it's kind of gone down. But it's definitely worth picking up. If you've never played a Zone of the Enders game, you're definitely missing out. And then I did want to show some of these strategy guides, because these strategy guides are actually pretty rare. If you can find these double jump strategy guides that usually are made for Atlas and NIS games, they're pretty rare. I collect strategy guides. I never buy them really new. I bought the Persona 4, Persona 3 new. That's about it. But there are strategy guides worth some money. Like this Nocturne one, it's pretty hard to find, especially with the bookmark still attached to it. And it's really thick, so you're getting a good value for that game. But I collect strategy guides. I do play my PS2. I don't play it as much as I used to, but as you can see, I've got a ton of memory cards, and all these memory cards are full because of how many games I own. I've actually beaten almost all my games, but I haven't played them in a while. I'll probably go back through them here in a little bit. And then I did want to show some of these limited edition art books. You can only get this by pre-ordering the game. That's for Persona 4. I'm not sure how you got this one. This is a Tales of Legendia art book. Here's a Final Fantasy X-X2 art collection. And I got this a while ago, so I got this when the PS2 was out. I don't remember what I got at a flea market, I'm sure. And then there's the Eternal Poison art book, which came by only pre-ordering it. So, and then I've got a bunch of strategy guides, mostly for RPGs. Most of these I picked up relatively cheap, a couple bucks. Some of them picked up for 5 cents, but I enjoy the strategy guides. It's just kind of an extra collectible item to own. But that's it for my PS2 stuff, guys. I appreciate you being patient and watching my videos. We'll be doing more videos. I just uploaded some on my GameCube collection. I'll be doing more on my Xbox and PS1. I got a lot of PS1 games too. My PSP, and then like weird obscure games and stuff. So join me next time, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.